such an asshole.
All right, we got a lengthy one. It's not that lengthy. I'm going to have to anonymize it. Hello, Cappy. The file is a problem I'm trying to solve. It's a little long, but I'm willing to pay for an honest asshole opinion. You're in the military doing a thing, and you're a certain age. How's that? Struggling to decide whether to stay in the military or get an advanced degree in a STEM field, becoming a tradesman, or just separating. So it's get a master's in a STEM field, become a tradesman, presumably also while in the military, or separating, which I guess means leave. Here's some additional info. Right now, I'm in a decent spot. I was wise enough to join the military when I was younger, which allowed me to escape debt, buy a home, and get myself ahead in life. I could afford to burn money on this request, while many of my peers are struggling to afford avocado and toast on their unemployment checks. However, my dilemma comes from a few issues. Due to your position within the military, you are suffering as the military becomes a Marxist leftist sewer. Just like everything else, my fellow generationers are ruining the military with their new political religion. Well, no, let's go back where it started. That would first be with Obama. Trump, I guess, did nothing to stop it. And Biden, that's the head of the military. Maybe their quality and caliber of people they're recruiting is not helping. But I presume that the military, but perhaps no longer, would beat the crap out of you and get your ducks in line. And I don't know. I hear anecdotes. I don't not believe them. I wonder how widespread it is, but they're helping some of the female recruits do pull-ups, and it's all touchy-feely and emotional. Okay, that sucks. We got a compromised military. But I'll get to it. My area of work is essentially just a human blowjob centipede all the way to Joe Biden and beyond. This neurotic conformist culture has allowed for the rapid uptake and acceptance of leftist ideology and ideas. And that's going to be every institution in the United States. So don't think like, I just go work for the corporations. Yeah, you get to deal with this too. I feel isolated since these ideas are stupider than F, and most of my peers are cowards and accept them. My field in the military is also a bit of a joke. The civilians do most of the work, and most of the military counterparts are wasted away doing pointless military BS. The smarter ones get bitter and separate at 4 years, leaving the mediocre to stick around and become promoted. Then these leaders run around trying to please their bosses with stupid. I got to look out for YouTubes as well. Stupid. It starts with R and ends with it means to slow down. Whilst their beta orbiters suck them off. Unfortunately, the industry is also becoming more leftist. The benefits of the military tend to be better than average entry-level engineering job at any firm. However, at least as a civilian, I could become self-employed. The mandatory root beer float and masks are a good example. I waited as long as I could. Ba-da-ba. You give me see, I got to keep you anonymous, man. You can't give me all these details. I have zero faith in the government to give a bleep about us anymore. The war drums with China are getting louder. After Afghanistan, I have little faith in our civilian leaders to make good decisions. No, really? Since D's and R's both benefit from war, I'm worried about a major conflict with China. I don't want to get stuck in that hell. Well, okay, here's, and this is kind of what I was going to lead to. I tell people to join the military because it's the best economic opportunity for young people. But there's a huge asterisk. It's like, oh, by the way, and you might get shot and killed or maimed. You're their bitch. And I'm even kind of somewhat of the opinion, like, well, if you're in the military, yeah, you probably should get the jab. I kind of take the same thing with like nursing home workers. Like, you're dealing with old sick people. Yeah. There's some fields where, but where was it going here? So there were already some obvious drawbacks of joining the military. Now you're complaining, well, those drawbacks might come true. I might get shot. Well, that was always a chance. But you're also now complaining about, oh, it sucks because it's leftist. It's like, well, it's going to suck. War isn't fun. I'm sure the politics ain't fun either, but I don't have people join the military to go work there forever. I have you guys go there, get the GI Bill and your living allowance. And then, I don't know if you guys, there's a program in all branches of the military. All my buddies take advantage of it. Like if you get a boo-boo, a little boo-boo, you're like 95% disabled, collect $8,000 a month. Maybe not that much, but I know people who've run marathons and then are disabled and collecting $1,000 a month. I'm like, how are you disabled? Oh, my foot hurts. Oh, really? And I've said it before. I love my friends. I love real men and women in the military who actually serve, not are there as affirmative action hires. Helping America. I'm talking real military men and women. But if I was president, I'm like, yeah, we're cutting back those benefits. That's getting reeled in. Like disabled better mean disabled. All right. Anyway, it's the best deal on the table. And I don't have you join the military because it's fun. I have it because there ain't going to be any better deal than that. Now, if you got whatever your first round coming up and you're wondering whether to re-enlist, well, you've got most of the goodies and the benefits out of there. It's the exception, not the rule, that I have people like, well, maybe you like the military and maybe you could go career military. But usually from the functional standpoint, it's so you can avoid your miserable 18 to 22 or 23, 24 ages in life being poor, working fast food or security and starving. And, Lord Almighty, all the hell I had to go through. Because yes, I wasn't in the military, and no, I didn't serve our country. I never got shot. But, in hindsight, it's like, well, you guys got 3 squares a day and free lodging, and you got free education. And yes, there was the chance you would have been sent off to get shot at. That's true. But it's an economic move. It's not a career move. So I honestly, unless they're like beating you or, making it a psychological nightmare, just shut up. Get your money, and then if you don't want to you want to go into the private sector, go. Yeah, you've done your time. You went to the military for the reasons I recommend you do. On the flip side, if I stay for several more years, the military would pay for a master's degree. I would be paid to go to school, but I'm very skeptical of the degrees even in that field. What was your master's in? Okay. You just need a bachelor's in your field. You do not need a master's. And I would not get a master's and then try and go work. You just go get your bachelor's degree and go work. Your master's degree you can have later. I've taught myself many skills on my own. I question if a master's is really necessary anymore in this field. No, not really. Even STEM type of classes could be a waste of time. I've taught myself 60% of all my skills on my own. All right. Now, this trade you mentioned is a passion. Oh, yeah. You had to be a little bit millennial, didn't you? Even though you're technically Gen Z, I believe. And a childhood dream I'm struggling to let go. I am a strong candidate for this and have a good shot at it. Plus, I think women would find me sexier. Oh, you're doing it for the womans. However, if I go, it would be many, many more years service commitment. But buddy, I can't tell you what to do, man. With the rapid adoption of leftist policy, better opportunities in the private sector, the decline of American long service requirement incurred with the desired trade, I'm conflicted in staying. Any thoughts would be appreciated. I don't want to look back and regret leaving the military, but I also don't want to commit to accidentally becoming a slave to a leftist government for many more years. Thank you. All right, dude. Here's the good news. Any choice you make right now is going to be fine because you played your cards right. And so what I would do is kind of celebrate and not let, you want to make a man miserable, give him options. Well, here it is. Okay. But be happy that every option you choose right now is going to be pretty good. If it's bothering you this much, no, man, I wouldn't do 11 years. Okay. I wouldn't do 11 years. Can you drop out of the full-time military, join the National Guard of some kind and join and become that tradesperson in the military, in the National Guard or the reserves or something? Is that possible? But I can't tell you what you're going to have to research what it's like to be that tradesperson. Go talk to people in the military who do that thing. Ask them if it's worth it. Have you talked to anyone? Don't talk to me. I've never been in the military. I've never done that trade. Go talk to those guys. See if they recommend it. But if you if you separate from the military, you did your duty, you could go work right now. You could go get a master's degree if you wanted to. But right now, the way this is bothering you, you're either going to have to learn to let it roll off your back and ignore it, okay? And then just use the military for your own personal benefits. And also, I think your trade, they're looking to hire. I mean, you'd have to go through a training program outside of the military. So you could probably even do that. Excuse me. Where I was going. You need to do your own research and figure it out yourself. That's it. I can't make this decision for you, and I'm not going to. But the way you sound, it doesn't sound like this is going to be good and something you want to do. It just sounds like you can't tolerate it. And so you need to leave. However, if you could get to like where I did when I was 31, and I just accepted it, like, okay, whatever, you're going to have me faxed. I literally a financial genius. Could do so much more for you guys right now, but you want me to file and fax. All right, we'll do filing and faxing. And I didn't care. What? We're going to lower the standards again because group A of people their feelings are getting hurt because they don't make it as, like, I don't know, tank commander or fighter pilot or aircraft carrier. Oh, well, we lost an aircraft carrier because of inadequate training because we rushed someone through it. Oh, no, that's fine. Okay, if you can't let go of that, then yeah, you're gonna, because there's just gonna be more of that. It's just gonna be more of that. And you could take your GI Bill and get the hell out of there. So there you go. But I go talk to other tradesmen in the field. See what they recommend. All right. You like that, Ron? Military. No super chats. There we go. See you guys later. Toodles.